She's got the AirPods in. She's got the sunglasses on. She has her phone in landscape, folks.
God forbid a woman go out for a peaceful walk without being expected to stroke the tiny, fragile ego of a predator.
Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video is a video of a man that has been dragged on social media for coming for a woman taking a walk. So apparently this man, I think he's from Houston, Texas, and he was taking a walk down his neighborhood and he met a girl while he was taking a walk. The girl had an earphone on, she had the sunglasses on and her phone was in landscape. And this man could not help but to come online to rant about it, talking about how people are disconnected and all that. But this just struck the conversation of how a lot of women feel very, very unsafe, especially when they're out there in the world by themselves. So they rather avoid human contact. But this man was so into it that he could have wished that she didn't have all that going on, headboard, sunglasses, her phone, watching a movie or something on her phone while taking a walk, that it could have been a perfect time for them to just say, hey, hi, and how is it going? Like just a human interaction type of thing, but people are not having it. A lot of women are coming for him, talking about why a lot of women want to be by themselves and how having a headphone on is a clue for, I don't want to be bothered, okay? Leave me alone. But clearly, by the time this man got dragged, he came back to double down and share his double down, which we're going to get into. But yeah, let's go check out his original video and people's response to it. And let me know if you see anything wrong with what he was saying and share your thoughts. Anyway, guys, let's go check out this video and then we'll come back and talk more.
All I wanted was to go on a nice peaceful walk today, but yet again, here I am to complain about people not even being humans anymore. What are we doing? I'm walking towards this girl on the sidewalk, and God forbid we make eye contact or have any sort of human interaction on a how's it going kind of level. She's got the AirPods in, she's got the sunglasses on, she has her phone in landscape, folks. We have stooped to the level of having our phone in landscape like this? No. Please tell me you're not watching a movie just to avoid having some sort of human interaction. Guys, this needs to stop. Look around, get a little bit uncomfortable, and I don't know, say hi to a human that's 4 feet away from you. God. All right, there's my rant. Back to my peaceful walk.
Another reason why I can't take men seriously, these aren't issues. The fact that you're outside on a walk and you would like to talk to a woman or whatever, and she has her headphones on, she's not paying attention to you, her eyes are in her phone on landscape mode, these aren't issues. Men quite literally create issues. They create problems that aren't problems. When women talk about problems, men scoff at it, they roll their eyes, but they're actual issues of like safety. But he's not feeling unsafe, or is he? Is the reason why men complain about not being able to talk to any woman that they want them feeling unsafe in their masculinity and in their patriarchy? Because they're not able to do the things that their grandfathers did. They're not able to do the things that men once were able to do. So they don't feel safe. That's why we're always hearing them talk about things that aren't issues. But I can't even take you seriously. I have to call you stupid. I have to call you dumb. I have to call you a predator. You mad she's minding her business?
All I wanted was to go on a nice peaceful walk today. I'm walking towards this girl on the sidewalk. God forbid we make eye contact or have any sort of human interaction on a how's it going kind of level. She's got the AirPods in, she's got the sunglasses on, she has her phone in landscape, folks. Please tell me you're not watching a movie just to avoid having some sort of human interaction.
And what if she was? What does that have to do with you? How dare she enjoy her time outside the way she wants to, just like you are? I noticed that you didn't say woman, that you said girl. She must be young, attractive, I bet. I wonder if you are only saying this because she's somebody that you would date, somebody that you thought was pretty. Let me guess, tired of the dating apps? Would you be making this rant if it was a man who didn't say hello to you? Or an older person? Or a woman you didn't find attractive? Because for some reason, I don't think so. And the thing about it is, whenever I see somebody outside with headphones on, that's my clue not to bother them because they don't want to be disturbed. Whether it's a gym, whether it's outside, whether it's a park, she had the sunglass landscape mode phone combo. And you still thought she was going to break all of that up because you came along. Oftentimes, men think that women who are just being polite are flirting with them. That's why some women don't do it. And how is she supposed to know it's going to be a quick hello and not you thinking that was your invitation to join her on her walk? You didn't ruin your walk, you ruined your own walk, thinking you were entitled to the politeness of a woman you didn't even know. If someone ever looks like they don't want to be disturbed, don't.
Humans anymore. What are we doing? I'm walking towards this girl on the sidewalk, and God forbid we make eye contact or have any sort of human interaction on a how's it going kind of level.
Yeah, I hate when random women are on their phones in public. So let me whip out my phone in public and make a video about how much I hate it. What a bizarre thing to say. He's like, I just wanted to go on a nice walk, interact with people, and I passed this girl on the sidewalk who had the nerve to be wearing AirPods and not give me any attention. A total strange man on the street. Ugh, and she even looked like she was watching a video on her phone in public? How embarrassing. We have stooped so low. Or she just doesn't want to interact with strangers as she's going on a walk. The same thing you actually said you were excited to do, be outside, enjoy the sunshine and fresh air, etc. What on earth has that got to do with you if she wants to wear AirPods and watch a show as she exercises? I don't get it. Why are men just so emotional?
All I wanted was to go on a nice peaceful walk today, but yet again, here I am to complain about people not even being humans anymore. What are we doing? I'm walking towards this girl on the sidewalk, and God forbid we make eye contact or have any sort of human interaction on a how's it going kind of level. She's got the AirPods in, she's got the sunglasses on, she has her phone in landscape, folks.
God forbid a woman go out for a peaceful walk without being expected to stroke the tiny, fragile ego of a predator. Do you post videos shaming men for not giving you eye contact? It's not only the audacity of this stranger, of this predator who thought he was entitled to an interaction with this woman, the fact that he thought that he could shame her on social media because he got upset that he did not get that interaction just to rile up all the other incels and red pillars. Here's an idea. Maybe try not being a piece of shit, and then maybe you might get more attention from women.
All I wanted was to go on a nice peaceful walk today, but yet again, here I am to complain about people not even being humans anymore. What are we doing? I'm walking towards this girl on the sidewalk, and God forbid we make eye contact or have any sort of human interaction on a how's it going kind of level. She's got the AirPods in, she's got the sunglasses on, she has her phone in.
And all she wanted was a peaceful walk with no one talking to her.
The top comment in this is actually probably the best, and it's giving Barbie, okay? In the sense that Barbie has a good day every day. Ken only has a good day when Barbie looks at Ken. I feel like I shouldn't have to explain this, but apparently some men don't understand that women don't feel safe around men. Especially strange men we don't know. First of all, my guy, you were shirtless. I 100% would avoid making eye contact with you. I don't know you. I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're somebody's husband or whatever, right? Like, I have no idea who you are. So I'm going to avoid making eye contact. Also, I'm grateful to live in New England, but there is a rumor that there is a serial right now, especially for women, okay? Like, we have to be very aware of our surroundings. A lot of the time, if we're wearing headphones or earbuds, it's just to give the signal of I don't want to talk to you, okay? But I, most often than not, am not listening to anything. I just don't want to be talking to anybody. And if I'm wearing sunglasses, I just don't want you to even look at me. But I want to be able to look at you. I want to be able to see what's going on at all times. And it's exhausting to be a woman and have to be so aware every time you step outside the house. But men, at least this man, doesn't understand that. Men don't understand that because they don't have to think about that, okay? You don't have to think about twice if you can go out running in the evening or at sunset. You don't have to think about, oh, am I going to be alone at night? Or is it okay if I go to the bar by myself? Like, you don't have to think about that. We do. And so we don't make eye contact with strange men we don't know. Hope this helps.
Doing? I'm walking towards this girl on the sidewalk, and
hey there, Peaches, go put on a shirt. Nobody wants to see that. So you're going on and on and on about how we've lost connection to people and we're not talking to people, and you're talking about it on social media, pot, kettle, don't see the hypocrisy.
Wow. Okay.
On top of that, the very fact that you believe women owe you their attention, it's probably why you're having to walk around without your shirt on to hopefully get some attention. I don't know how old you are. I'm probably old enough to be your mama. And I'll tell you what I've taught my own children. They're not entitled to people's attention. At all. Period. If they want to enter into a conversation with someone who is willing to have a conversation, that's great. That's fantastic. That's socializing. That's wonderful. But nobody owes it to you, sweet cheeks. You have never 1 second had to live your life in a female body. You have never 1 second felt threatened walking down the street. You have never 1 second worried about your safety when you're getting into the car, when you're loading your groceries, or when you're going on your nice peaceful walks. I have a 9-year-old daughter, and the one thing I tell my 9-year-old daughter is, you don't talk to anybody at all. You don't make conversation with anybody unless you're standing right next to me or your father, or it's in an appropriate setting where the other person is supposed to be having a conversation with you. You don't talk to anybody, because here is the thing, baby doll. I would rather have a live child who doesn't talk to people than a dead one who tried to make conversation. And I know, you've doubled down on your video and you've tried to make your point about how women are much more safe if they just make eye contact. Shut the up. When you live in a female body, come and tell me what you think then. But until then, take your privileged, white, overly mustached, needs to buy clothing to wear on the street opinion and shove it. Because you are the last person alive that needs to be giving advice to women. You might as well just say, you should smile more.
Babes, when I tell you, when men have a questionable take online, they will absolutely double down on that shit. I'm going to show you the video just in case you haven't seen it, but buckle up. And as always, make sure to check out the F the Nice Guy podcast.
All I wanted was to go on a nice peaceful walk today, but yet again, here I am to complain about people not even being humans anymore. What are we doing? I'm walking towards this girl on the sidewalk, and God forbid we make eye contact or have any sort of human interaction on a how's it going kind of level. She's got the AirPods in, she's got the sunglasses on, she has her phone in landscape, folks. We have stooped to the level of having our phone in landscape.
God forbid she have a phone in landscape. Now, of course, women are blowing up his comment section and his stitches, saying like their own experiences, what they've been through, why women maybe don't want to interact with men when they're running, and how, entitled he is to have that perspective. So he said, hold up, I'm going to go ahead and double down on this. We're going to watch his response, and I want you to pay attention to the shell game he's playing as to why this was a problem in the first place.
The whole point of the video was that on a grand scale, there's a problem with social disconnect, which I think has serious consequences. To paint the picture a little bit better, my neighborhood here in Austin, Texas, very chill. Lots of young people, young families, a lot of people that walk around and exercise and that kind of thing. I think it's the cordial and neighborly thing to do to just say hi, to kind of reinforce that community aspect of the place I live.
Number one, this man did not need to tell me that he was from Austin, Texas, because something slipped out there. We're saying it's about social disconnect, and yet you say, I think it's just the cordial thing to do. I mean, God forbid a woman not be at the ready to give and receive social pleasantries. She exists for your engagement. Forget whatever show she's watching. Right around here, we're really starting to give that entitlement, right? Because you may see her behavior as uncourteous, but I wonder what behavior she's received from men that was far worse than uncourteous. But we don't even want to think about her perspective, right? Let's keep going.
People blew it out of proportion in perfect TikTok fashion, made it into kind of a male-female kind of thing, a predator dynamic, calling me things like a creep, comments like these, all that kind of stuff. which is fine, totally understand. But also the characteristics and behaviors that turn someone into an actual creep are the ones of social disconnect. Those tendencies of not interacting with people, being very closed off, living virtually, that's what creates that.
So I didn't mention it until now, but did you see the comment he picked? He made sure to pick a comment that was really insulting towards him so he can play the victim. See these comments calling me a creep? If the shoe fits, babe. But he says, no, I am not the creep. You know what creates creeps? Social isolation. Oh, mic dropping. But is it? Because social isolation on its own does not create creeps. But you know what one of the number one characteristics of predators is? Entitlement. Entitlement to women's time, their bodies. Entitled, for example, to a woman's eye contact and social interaction despite the fact that she doesn't want that. Clearly. Also, how the hell did we get here? A woman simply had earbuds in and had her phone in landscape, and now all of a sudden we're listening to this diatribe about social isolation and what it's doing to society. This is all because this man got his feelings hurt when a woman wouldn't talk to him. But let's keep going.
And it becomes super problematic and dangerous when you're not aware of your surroundings. So being on your phone looking down all the time is actually much less safe. When you lose the skill of observation, you don't have that awareness of facial expressions, body language, and these things are major cues of safety. When I'm walking around, I keep my eyes lighter, I have a softer facial expression as to not intimidate anybody, to be approachable.
It's so nice that this man can mansplain to us how to keep ourselves safe. When one, he admits that in that situation, he is the threat. And two, he wants to tell us about reading body language and paying attention to cues when he doesn't understand that a girl with headphones in and glasses on and looking down at her phone is saying, I don't want to talk to you. I think we'll get our advice somewhere else. And I love that he's talking about like eye contact. I remember one time I was in my 20s and I was walking down a street and I made eye contact with a guy and he followed me for blocks, screaming at me to engage with me, saying inappropriate things to me, trying to stop me, trying to get me to do I don't know what. And I just had to like run for my life because I made eye contact with him. I've also had men want to punish me for not making eye contact with them. So no eye contact, dressed up, dressed down, in the day, in the night. If women can't do anything to stop themselves from being attacked, then maybe it's not the women's problem. Maybe the men need to change their behavior. Or I don't know, maybe she just didn't want to talk to you. Ugh.
Please go ahead in the comment section and share your thoughts about this conversation down in the comment section. But as always, keep it respectful. You're on this channel. We're allowed to disagree, but we'll do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, share your thoughts. There's two sides to this conversation, which is he doubles down on, saying that he's just trying to make awareness of the social awkwardness that comes with social media and all that, which that's a different conversation for probably another day. Maybe I'll put a sprinkle of it. But yeah, I really want to know what you guys think. But in the terms of walking on the street and then making eye contact or even saying hi, for me, it's actually a very awkward thing, especially as a woman, especially when you're by yourself. You want to as much avoid eye contact because in any form you have any form of interaction with a stranger, especially a man, you usually draw the attention to yourself like you are interested in them. This has happened a couple of times because once you say hi, hello, they're like, hello, how are you? And then I ask, what's your name? Okay, what do you do? And the truth is that I do it too, especially when I go to the gym. I'm that girl. When I go to the gym, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to make any kind of friends. I just want to go there, do my pumps, and I'm out. I have my headphones on. Like if I had these big headphones on, I wear, so it's not pods like this. You see, I'm like, okay, guessing what you do. You see it, and I blast the music. So you know that I don't want to talk to you. But clearly, some people still don't read those cues. Some people will still come and tap you like this. I say, are you okay? I don't want to talk. So, and I do understand where it comes like you just want to be in your own element, especially you don't know what the other person is even going through. You don't know what's on the other person's mind, why the person is taking the work. The fact that this man felt entitled and he wasn't even wearing a shirt, which is even an awkward way for you to go and look at a man without a shirt, a stranger walking down the road and you make an eye contact. And I do understand, like when we talk about the bear and a man, a lot of men did not understand how much risk a man plays in a woman's life, and how as women we need to think things over and over again before we act or do them, because of our own safety from men out there. A lot of men can understand it because they can never live it. It can never be their life. It can never be their own story. So they will never ever live it. So for me, I'm just like, okay, over it. Like, and this is why I feel like he shouldn't have spoken on it. If I thought he was trying to raise awareness on the awkwardness, he shouldn't be the one. He should have talked about a man that ignored him. Or if you're walking on the street taking your walk, and out of 10 people, 2 people even say hi to you, is that not enough? Why was it this girl's one that was very particular, the fact that she had her phone? Because she clearly does not want to be spoken to, does not want to have conversation and interaction with human being. And it is fine. Sometimes people usually coming for someone that like mostly by myself or by myself. Sometimes people want to associate it to something, but then I get that is how certain things comes in play. But sometimes some of us really love our company, love ourselves, love our thoughts, that we don't want to deal with anybody, we don't want to talk to anybody, just let us be. You get it? So yeah, then the form of him trying the other, let's even give him the benefit of that, the isolation, or oh, people are so engrossed with social media, their phones, that they don't make physical interaction. It is the world we live in. I don't know why we're even making this a big deal. At a couple of years ago that there was no mobile phone, there was interaction. Did the relationship between two humans improve? Let me know. One thing about life is that life is going to evolve, things are going to evolve. Now it's all press your phone and keep it moving. So why can't you just respect that and press the phone and keep it moving? And if you want to make connection, go to places that people like you that are looking for connection, that are looking for. I don't know if I'm making sense. Some people are really so engrossed with their mobile phone that they are okay with it. Why some people are craving for that human interaction. And there are different forums and places where this goes on. So go to those places, not randomly picking a stranger on the road and then try to make them, or try to make it look like it's bad because they are in their own element. No. And there's something I always talk about here. We need to start embracing our differences and to our way of a different way of life and lifestyle and all that. Because the person doesn't want to interact the way you want to interact, that does not mean the person is doing anything wrong or bad. It's just two different things and it should be respected. I just felt like he didn't want to respect our own way of taking our own walk. He wants her to take her walk the way he wants, and that's so wrong. Anyway, guys, go down in the comment section, share your thought. Love to know what you think. Okay, share the video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this guy. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.